Hey, what's up guys, it's MugenLord here, and today we're going to talk about Marvel, because apparently a new Marvel game is coming out, and it looks pretty interesting. It's a hero shooter. It's kind of like an Overwatch, but with Marvel characters. And I will say this, it looks awesome. But before we dive into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So, I was just got finished recording a video for next week's lineup, and then out of nowhere my little brother Dick Strike come in and said, bro, you gotta check out this new Marvel game. And I'm like, here we go, Marvel. You know, the Avengers suck. I didn't really care for the Spider-Man games or anything like that. He said, no, you gotta check this out. So after he showed it to me, it was called Marvel Rivals, and my God, was not only just the Overwatch gameplay, but the art style, the aesthetics of the characters. They look really, really cool. So we're going to go into this article, because the article goes into a bit more details of what we can expect or what was showing. And then I'll give you my thoughts and opinions, because apparently that there's going to be an alpha test play that's coming up in May. So you can pretty much sign up for it. But right now I tried to do it, and the site can't really get access to the site right now. Maybe there's a lot of people, they're probably getting an influx. But here at Forbes, it says all 19 confirmed characters in Marvel Rival. It's an Overwatch copying hero shooter, and I don't give a fuck. Now, I love the original Overwatch. I'm talking about the first game when Overwatch first started. Overwatch was fun as hell. My brothers and I, we played that game for hours. It just worked. The character designs, the gameplay, and it was something that I was able to play with my brothers. Like, I love teaming up. I love more team co-op games rather than those 1v1 competitive games. And that was the game that really stood out, because there was something for everybody when it came to play style. And that's what made it work. And I don't care like what's going on now. They pretty much dropped the ball with Overwatch 2. Then they want to get super progressive, and now everybody's gay in Overwatch and all this other woke nonsense that they put into the game, while at the same time destroying the property itself. And now we have a Marvel equivalent, and hopefully it does well. But we're going to just go over the article. It says, what if Overwatch was Marvel's heroes and villains? That seems to be an extremely literal concept behind NetEase's new Marvel Rivals. It's third person, very much Overwatch-like hero shooter that just debuted its first trailer. Its close alpha begins in May, and we have an official description of it that has also just been published. NetEase Games and Marvel Games are excited to announce their latest collaboration, Marvel Rivals, a cooperative superhero team-based PvP shooter. Players can assemble an ever-evolving all-star squad of superheroes and supervillains while battling with unique superpowers across a dynamic lineup of destructible maps from across the Marvel multiverse. Marvel Rivals is in development for PC by NetEase team composed of global talent who previously worked on hit franchises such as Call of Duty and Battlefield. Now this is definitely interesting to get the Call of Duty and Battlefield people in on this. But the fact is that what they're doing here is they're just taking the Marvel heroes and villains approach, but with Overwatch. And I do like the fact that they do have destructible environments, because when it comes to like a lot of Western comics and superhero stuff, there's a lot of destructibility that goes on, especially when you're fighting in New York City and other places. You see a lot of locations getting destroyed and stuff. So they injecting some of that type of formula into this Marvel Rivals game, which I can't wait to see how much of the environment can be destroyed, or is it character based, which I'm curious about. And the fact is that we don't have any console announcement, we just have PC, which is still totally fine, because I'll definitely play this on the PC as well. Now it says the trailer also showed off 19 heroes and villains that the game will supposedly launch with, which mirrors the exact list of leaked ones that was being passed around yesterday. So this was leaked at some point. While the art style may swing a bit towards Valorant, which I am okay with, everything else look close to pure Overwatch. Here's the list. We got Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, Black Panther, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Namor, Magneto, Magic, Storm, Penny Parker, Luna Snow, Loki, Bruce Banner / Hulk, Spider-Man, Groot, Mantis, Punisher, Magneto, and Galactus. Well, we did see Galactica, which is Galactus' daughter. She looks pretty cool in her design as well. Now the thing about this list is how these type of genres works perfectly for something like you would see with Marvel or DC, because these are legacies, and there's hundreds and hundreds of characters and source material that they can pull out from to be able to create some interesting dynamics for genres such as the hero genre. I think this will really, really work well, and I love the fact is that they were able to stylize the Marvel characters, because my problem with current Marvel games that they got going on, everybody's trying to go for this realism and this Hollywood approach to a lot of these Marvel games, and we already know what they had done. It looks like bland, especially with the female characters. They make them fucking butt-ass ugly and everything like that. But I love stylized, and I talked about it in one of my other tweets that, hey, I want a more stylized Marvel game where the characters, you know, have a unique art style to them, you know, that makes them much more expressive and much more rememberable. Because a lot of these realistic looking games, or realism, a lot of these games fall off, and they end up not aging too well as time progresses. But when you have these stylized type of visuals and art styles, a lot of these games become rememberable, and they also stand the test of time. And it's good to see these Marvel characters being treated with this type of approach, man. Iron Man looks badass, but the character that really got me like interested as well, Magic. I have a thing for big swords and stuff, and then her character design looks badass with that fucking big sword and everything. And when I got hyped, when I saw Storm, like when Storm showed up, her design looked fucking sick. And the fact is that we're going to get more characters, and they can make a lot of money off of this. As long as the gameplay is good, is addictive, and you get that fun like the original Overwatch and maybe Valorant DNA injected into it, I think they would have something here. Like, I really truly believe that. As long as, and the biggest question is, as far as the game is concerned, monetization. Hopefully that the monetization isn't crazy. So we have to wait and see how they approach that as well. But we're going to continue real quick. A female Galactus was shown, but I'm not clear if it was that same kind of boss or future addition. Dr. Doom is mentioned as the main villain of an initial storyline. Yes, female Galactus is a thing. There's nothing woke about that. She's actually a pretty old character now. She's been around way over a decade, I believe. Her name was Galactica. She's definitely been around for some time. So this is not no new addition as far as a female Galactus. He always had. As a matter of fact, she made an appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I believe, in one of the endings of the game. So yes, there's nothing woke about her addition. She's always been around. So as you can see, there's a blend of Avengers, X-Men, Guardians of the Galaxy with a few surprise additions like Luna Snow, which I'm curious. I never heard of Luna Snow. Like, I don't keep up with most of the new Marvel stuff. Like, Marvel just been fucking up, you know, within the recent years and stuff. So I don't know any of the new characters. But as I said before, which I'll talk about in my Marvel Alliance 3 video, that as long as these developers take these new characters and their designs and do something different that can appeal to like hardcore fans, to make them likable, then I'm okay with their additions. And we'll talk more about Marvel Alliance 3, because Miss Marvel, which is a character I can't stand in the comics and even in the Disney Plus show, they actually made the character pretty likable and one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Alliance 3. They've done a good job with that. So if they can do the same thing about taking some of these recent characters and actually making them dope as far as design is concerned and actually make them likable, I'm all for the new additional characters. So I like to see what NetEase is essentially going to do. So a recent Marvel creations from Marvel Future Fight, and Penny Parker from the Spider-Verse. And Penny Parker, she's kind of like had that diva aesthetic from Overwatch, and you see that that blend here as well, or those similarities, which I think is pretty cool. So I want to definitely try out Penny Parker as well. Also, we have lesser heroes like Mantis, while we are missing huge heavy hitters like Captain America and Wolverine, because I think they're going to save those for last. And I think that's going to be the exciting part about this campaign, is that we'll start seeing trailers of them revealing more and more characters. That's the fun part about these hero shooters, especially when you're basing them on properties, legacy properties such as Marvel or DC or even anime, where you can, or like when you see Smash Brothers reveals, you get excited to see what new Nintendo character or video game character is going to appear in these games. It's the same thing with this. You're going to be excited to see what Marvel characters they pluck out pluck out from the Marvel universe to put in this game. So I know people's gonna be waiting for Captain America, waiting for Wolverine, and I can't wait to see how Wolverine and Captain America is going to look in this stylized direction that they have as far as art style is concerned. No doubt here are plenty of future seasons and battle passes. That's the word I was looking for, battle pass, and whatever in order to get them on later. And that's what's definitely going to happen here. I'm really looking forward to this. There's not really much more we can go off of, but the fact is that I loved Overwatch. I loved it. And then they started changing things, and then they started going into the social political aspects with the characters because of certain fandom and a lot of the controversy that Activision Blizzard was going through. And so it kind of like pretty much ruined Overwatch for me. But I always used to love that game. So if they're able to bring that back in a sense, but now you have Marvel characters and they in this stylized art direction, and then you have team up attacks added to the game. I guess when you pair up with certain characters, you're able to team up. So I think that's also pretty cool to add some new strategy into the mix and how all that come together. So I think that's pretty cool. But man, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna go back to the website and see if I can sign in so I can get early access to it in the alpha, and hopefully we're able to talk about it in the video if we're allowed to. We'll see how that process works. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. Is this something that you would look into? I think if this game can probably be something fun, I could probably play with you guys on stream as well. You see the smile on my face. Like, I'm excited for it. I just hope it's good. I really hope. And it's a while. It's been a while since a gaming gets me excited like this. I would love to see how this actually works out. You don't understand. I love Marvel, man. I've always loved Marvel. I just don't like the direction what they've done and bastardized my favorite Marvel characters. But if we're able to actually get a chance to know these characters, get a chance to control and be these characters in a hero shooter and a much more stylized way, and at the same time the gameplay is fun, and then they remove all the social political bullshit out of it, I think they may have something. I think this is a game that can actually stand the test of time because the legacy that Marvel has. This is something that money prints itself with this. This should be a home run. This should be a slam dunk. As long as they don't mess it up, and as long as the battle pass is reasonable, as long as the monetization, because they're going to monetize this. Like, there's no avoiding this. It's Marvel we're talking about, baby. It's Marvel. So we have to wait and see. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord, sign off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.